there, patrons. Well, patrons first, public later. Hey, anybody. It is I, Sapphy. Or should I say it like we do in the podcast? Hi, I'm Sapphy. This is a lore together let's play of Dragon Age because I couldn't help myself. I had to do it. And there's so much lore to explore. It's my favorite fantasy setting ever. And the subtitle of this whole series, although you might not see it on the placard here, is All Roads Lead to Dad. So we're going to go through every Dragon Age game, and then we'll also play Dragon Age Dreadwolf when it comes out. I doubt we'll be done with all the games by the time Dreadwolf comes out, but I didn't want to play that blind for you guys in a Let's Play anyway. We're here for the lore, we're here to dig deep, we're here to find out about stuff, and we're here, apparently, to start a new character. Let's do it! We are not skipping straight to Awakening, we're going to do Origins first. Excuse me if I cough. And so is the Golden City blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world. Canticle of Threnodies 8:13.
The chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Were you ready for that intro? I hope you were. The background you select will determine which of 6 distinct opening stories you'll play through. It also affects how characters respond to you throughout the game. So this does matter, and they made sure it mattered throughout the game. I like that for this series, each iteration is kind of its own standalone thing, so you don't have to worry too much about having your character be consistent throughout the series, unlike Mass Effect, which, although that was an awesome premise, near the last game we all had issues. So, due to popular demand, which included not only talking to my own fans on our Discord, but also on the Dragon Age Lorecast Discord, it's been decided that one of the best lore-heavy stories to play is the Dwarf Noble. And we'll do a warrior in this one, because let's be honest, the gameplay in this one's kind of like hard to do. But if you do, and we're going to do this, Dwarf Noble. But if you do the warrior one, it's an easier one to manage, I would say. So, all right. So, let's keep moving forward.
Greetings.
So, I forget what voice I ended up picking. The sad story is I recorded an hour and then Windows decided to delete it. So, we're actually recreating Lorah Aeducan. I'll try to create her close to the one I created before, but this Lorah will probably be a little different. A couple of things. I want to make sure that I think I went with that. Not this preset. A couple of things to keep in mind. Oh, I think it was this preset that I went with. And then I changed it up a bit. Couple of things to keep in mind with this playthrough. The plan is to... Yeah, I think that's what I went with. That looks close to what I had. The plan is to essentially... have this be a character who regards history with some reverence. I think that was where I was. No, there we go. With some reverence, and also, I don't know how much I would care about this makeup. And is proud of being a dwarf, and is proud of her history. And that will be part of the reason why she might be intrigued by other histories as well. And some of you who may not have played this before are going to see how, essentially, this is kind of a big deal for this character to experience history outside of dwarven history. So let's see. I think actually I use a different preset, but I'm happy with this. We're gonna have to accept the fact that this will not be the same Lorah that I played an hour of before. And I don't even know how much I care about her eyeshadow. I think I was going for more of a natural tone. Yeah, there we go. No tattoo, because she is... Now, which hair? That's the hair I like. I like that hair color. Hair cut, I should say. Hair color, I might have made a little more of an auburn thing here. Nah, actually it was more of the... Yeah, I think I put her here. Oh my gosh, you can select the eyebrows? Oh, there's not a lot of eyebrow choices, guys. I hope you weren't picky. I'm going with bushy eyebrows. Why not? Let's see. So, eyes. Eye shape. I don't know if I want to change it that much. Oh. Let's... Ooh. That looked weird real quick. I forget that this is a 2009 ability to make characters. So, now eye color. We're going to see if we can get either gray or violet. I think these look very gray. Gray might really just be the lightest of blues, but I love a gray eye when I make characters and character creators. I usually end up doing with swarthy or dark-skinned characters with gray eyes or violet eyes. It's a very striking look. Brow depth. I might make her brow a bit deeper just for my brow height. There you go. Excuse me. Excuse me, guys. I have a cough. Getting over a cold. So, no shape. I think I might have went with... that nose last time. I'm trying to see... Or was it that nose? No, it wasn't that nose, was it? Ooh, a little upturned nose. How very aristocratic. I might do that one. I might make the nose a little lower. Ooh. Nose depth. I might... Ooh. Take it in a little bit. Maybe... Do I want to make the nose wider? Or... Yeah, a little bit. There. I don't know why I decided to do that. Make it a little more pointed in the front. Tip depth. Okay, that's where I want. I don't want it to be totally sticking out. I'm just trying to make her look unique enough so that, you know, you guys can say, yep, that is definitely Lorah Aeducan. I think I gave her a little bit of an overbite. No, that's underbite. Just to make her not perfect and somewhat realistic. I don't know how much more we want to... Oh, cheekbone. Where's cheekbone height? Is that lower or higher? That's higher. I love a high cheekbone. Who doesn't like a high cheekbone? They're usually very... like... I don't know what a good word for it is. I'm afraid the way to describe it is going to make it sound very bad. I'm actually going to lower her mouth. There we go. That looks better to me. Make her look a little bigger. There we go. You know what? We're going to keep neck and ears the same. And now we're going to worry about mostly the portrait and the voice. So the portrait... Ooh. It gets crazed pretty... Just a little bit of a smile is fine. I forget what we did for... I think it was this one. Actually, maybe like look up. Turn there, and then we move up, down. There we go. Up, down a little bit, and then keep that. And I forget what we did, but in case you want to hear a little bit of each one, in case this is your first time going through it.
I have lost concentration.
How do you do?
Greetings.
Greetings. Charmed.
Greetings.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with
Greetings.
experienced. Because you're only gonna hear that literally in the middle of battle. You're not gonna hear it anywhere else. So, excuse me as I bang around my desk. Alright, so we have Lorah Aeducan. I think she looks good. It was a quick, messy go of it. Hooray for Lorah. Alright. Let's go next. Alright, attributes. So, I don't even remember how I did this last time. I did give her... You want to give a little bit of magic for a little bit of magic resistance. We might as well up these. And then I think let's up her cunning and her willpower. Actually, do I need... I'm not going to worry about dex and balance. Improve is more likely to dodge and coat. I might increase the constitution instead. Because, actually, no. You know what? I'm going to go back to what it was because I need all that help with dexterity. I'm not a deft character, guys. I'm not a deft player. Excuse my coughing. I'm so sorry. Of course, my cold decided to come this week when I want to record. I swear I will not sound like death the whole time. Alright. What do we want her to specialize in? She's already got improved combat training. Now, it's funny because the other characters you get along the way will be better at this. Let's do... coercion. Let's do coercion. Next. And then points to stun 2. So, what do we have? We have weapon and shield already. So we'll stick to weapon and shield. Weapon and shield's so good, because you end up getting shield bash. I'm going to flank the character on their shield carrying side. I'll take that, because I can use that, since my... I'm not that dexterous. If the character falls of an attack with 2 hits from the shield, dealing normal damage with each attack. If the target fails a physical resistance check, is stunned. Yes, that's always a good one too. I remember loving this set when I played a warrior noble dwarf the first time I played this game. I really did. But, you know. We're going to stick with normal for now, and we'll change it if we want to.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, the larger of 2 known remaining dwarven cities in the world. Orzammar was once the seat of a major empire connected by tunnels called Deep Roads, which stretched thousands of miles. The city now stands alone, cut off from the rest of the dwarven ancestral lands by the Darkspawn incursion. Secure in Orzammar's impregnable construction, the dwarven noble houses continue their centuries-old power struggles. Assassination and blackmail are commonplace, but the appearance of honor is paramount. You are the 2nd child of King Endrin of House Aeducan, the 9th Aeducan ruler elected by the noble assembly. You grew up in a world rife with political intrigue, and have struggled against brothers and cousins for honor and prestige. Today, a feast celebrates your first military commission, the opening move towards real power in the ever-changing game of dwarven politics.
Greetings, my lady. You are dressed and ready. Excellent.
She actually doesn't look that different from the first one I made. So.
I couldn't find the
Lucky
armor's
me.
matching dagger, but I scrounged up a rather fancy longsword. Do you wish to wear your shield to the noble's feast?
Leave it. I don't want to look fearful.
You couldn't look anything less than beautiful. The armor only accentuates it. Although the idea of you charging naked into battle holds a certain appeal.
You, my friend, are ridiculous.
One can't take all this marching about and speech-making too seriously. Moving on to the business at hand. The king expects you to make an appearance at the feast, but there's no rush. The noble family heads will spend hours boring your father with petitions and petty grievances.
What sort of grievances?
The usual. This lord had my cousin killed, this lord seduced my wife, this lord did the exact thing I'd planned to do to him, but he did it first. They pose and bluster, and each pretends he is the honorable man in a den of thieves and assassins. Bah. The rest is worth seeing, though. As part of the celebrations, permits have been auctioned off to members of the merchant caste who wish to sell wares in the Diamond Quarter. Lord Harrowmont has also opened up the provings for young warriors to test their mettle before tomorrow's battle. Rumor has it that Harrowmont hopes you'll be swept off your feet if a well-placed young nobleman wins the provings in your honor.
Ha! That's not likely to happen.
Still, it could be fun to watch, shall we?
Yes, let's head over to Proving.
With you as always, my lady. The day is ours until the feast.
Alright. So, we've got a lady who... Part of the reason I didn't take up any of the, like... Oh, thank you for saving. Automatic saving wasn't happening when I last played it, and I should have noticed, because it auto-saves a lot. Just to show anybody who might not have done this before. If you do save game... Oh. Usually... Save game. I can't see the auto-saves here, but let's save. Orzammar World Palace. Save. It's just good to save early and often.
On it.
Alright. So you are underground completely. In your beautiful underground castle of sorts. Noble house. That is Tran's room. Servant.
Ancestors watch over you, my lady.
Yep, there's no gods. There's ancestors.
Oh,
Oh, this is fun. Let's mess with this woman. If you haven't dealt with this before, this is hilarious. I think I've done this every time I've played Noble.
I'm sorry. I thought you were Prince Balin coming down the hall. Forgive me.
What are you doing in my brother's quarters?
She's, it seems she's one of your brother Balin's newest, companions. Prince Balin is attending the feast being held in Lady Aeducan's honor.
Yes, of course. It was presumptuous of me to think that he would return to... I am sorry. I will show myself out. With your leave, my lady.
Go or stay, I don't care.
Thank you. I will go now.
She's definitely... I'm not going to pick through that chest because I'm not a rogue. But let's see what we've got in here. Dwarven merchant's belt. Oh, look at this. We have all this... I forgot we've got all these goodies that we should be taking advantage of. Hold on. Oh, I forgot. Tab shows you everything that you can look through. Like, pile of books.
This should be easy enough.
House Aeducan. Shield of Orzammar. Now, I'm bringing up the inventory because ooh. Girl, why are we grainy in this screen? That's interesting. Might have to ask my husband why that happened because he's put some mods here. But anyway, that's besides the point. We want to get... Let's get some accessories on here. We want to... belts, dwarven merchant belt, increases monetary gain. The Wicked Oath. Yeah, let's get some +1 all attributes. Why not? And then let's do... Which belt do we want, guys? Guildmaster. I don't think we need Ember's many pockets just yet. Let's do the Guildmaster belt. Dodge against increases monetary gain. I love increasing monetary gain. Mental resistance. That one looks good. Health regeneration while exploring. +1 armor. +15 nature resistance. That's damage if you're a mage. Yeah, let's do this one for now. I'm just trying to put in things that are going to be for later. But also then you'll see in the journal, you have your quests, completed quests. We haven't completed anything yet. Culture and history. So we got House Aeducan, Shield of Orzammar. I'm not going to read all of these, but some of these were fun. Like, Orzammar stuff is very detailed, and as much as we're here to get deep into the lore, there's a Dragon Age wiki for that, so there's something else we can actually... Ooh. Now, the stuff involving characters, the flavor text, that stuff is fun. So let's see. Journal. Codex. Notes. A letter from Rika. My dearest Prince Balin, you are too kind to me. I am a small and insignificant thing, and I do not deserve your attention, but your willingness to tolerate my presence shows you to be a prince among men. I cannot thank you enough for the beautiful necklace you presented to me. I will cherish it always, and I promise I will wear it at our next meeting. I know my gratitude means nothing to you, but I must say it again. Thank you. I will always be your humble and devoted servant. Yours truly, R. Look at her trying to be discreet, but she's not really that discreet. She's totally groveling at this point, right? These are credits here. I just want to click those. So notes we'll look at. We might look at books and songs once we get there. Quest-related stuff, obviously. Character stuff. But magic, religion, culture, history, items and creatures. It depends. Who knows? If you guys ask for it, as if the patrons in particular want me to read through some stuff, we can do it. Now, part of the reason I wanted to read that note is that's going to kind of color how she is. She's not going to be entirely nice right now, okay? Because she didn't grow up like that. That's the kind of stuff she grew up with. She grew up with the groveling. She grew up with the caste system meaning something really big. What's going on here? Father's room. Royal Guard. She grew up with people being really...
Congratulations on being named commander, my lady.
Yeah. You know, that's what she's used to. What's going on here? I can't even talk to this servant. They're too busy looking at the floor. Let's see what's going on in here. This is basically the receiving room. That's the throne room. We're not going to go in there right now. Can't go into that door. It's just a door. Here's a noble.
I went to watch the provings. Most exciting.
Now, I'm like,
tomorrow will bring much glory.
so what are you waiting for?
Your father speaks highly of your skill.
All right. Let's go to the Diamond Quarter, guys. Diamond Quarter, of course, the highest one. Life in Orzammar. Like, we're not going to read the life in Orzammar, but
Your
we'll read...
father has allowed the merchants to show their wares in the Diamond Quarter during these celebrations.
I am at your service.
All right, so we're not going there, obviously. Oh, this is worth doing.
Sure, we can work this out reasonably. It's in the records. There's nothing I can do. Please, Master Volney. My work is accredited by the Shaper.
These books are lies written by the enemies of House Volney.
I write only what I find in the ancient records. Lady Aeducan, you can vouch for my work, can't you? Your father loved my History of Aeducan, Paragon King, Peacemaker.
Coram, does the scholar truly have my father's favor?
The king, as well as several other lords, are quite fond of his work. He writes of the ancient paragons.
This worm has written a book that slanders my house.
That's a serious charge.
He deserves to die for what he has written of Paragon Volney.
Tell me what it says, scholar.
My work tells the stories of all those raised to paragons in the last 500 years. When the Assembly names a paragon, that man or woman is then, by definition, everything one can aspire to be in the world. They form their own noble houses and are revered as living ancestors. But paragons start off as men.
Volney was more than a man.
What was Aeducan like before he was a paragon?
Aeducan was much loved, but he was still a man. He was plagued by melancholy, and his fervor regarding Orzammar's safety bordered on obsession. When Aeducan was proposed as a paragon, only one lord in the assembly objected. The others savagely hacked him to death. Aeducan's motion passed without a single dissenting vote.
Unlike Volney, is that what you mean, old man?
Oof.
Volney became a paragon by the narrowest margin in history. One vote. A vote mired in rumors of intimidation, intrigue, and outright bribery. The records of that vote are kept in the Shaperate and are a matter of fact. Not liking history doesn't make it any less true.
The thing about this is that the Shaperate is where all the history is kept. That is the official record. And if it's in the Shaperate and we have a character who respects history, the scholar is right.
You're taking his side? What if he published a book like this about your paragon Aeducan?
Aeducan was a great man. Or the truth is more important than your pride.
You would not say so if it was your house, but I shall respect your wishes. For now, excuse me, your highness.
That fool has no idea how weak his house is or how low he sits in it. Shall I have him killed, my lady?
Now this is where Lorah's not going to be the nicest. Do it, but make it look an accident.
Understood.
You've shown yourself more daring and aggressive today than most believed of you. Someday I hope to write of the great exploits you are sure to perform.
Word has been sent. He won't live past the hour.
You've shown House Aeducan a friend to research, history, and the glory of our people.
You'll remember this when you write of me.
Of course. Heroism and pity for the small man have always been hallmarks of House Aeducan. Now, I must try to make sense of these notes. Good day, Your Highness, and thank you.
So the reason I did that is specifically because this character lives in a society where saying, yeah, you can have him killed is totally reasonable.
My friend.
And she's probably
enjoying the festivities so far.
Quite.
merchants.
Have you heard about tomorrow's assault on
The
the
finest in home decorations!
Who hasn't?
So they're
They
selling
say they're
here.
going to strike a blow at the
50
horde.
silvers for such a small bolt of cloth? That's outrageous. They certainly have some gall, merchant.
My lord, these are
The
surface
ancestors have
silks,
risen her up
dyed
to
with the
join
finest saffron and indigo and embroidered by skilled elven tradesmen. I've seen Prince Balin Aeducan himself wearing a robe made of something quite similar.
What?
So I pay your exorbitant price, only to end up looking like a poor imitation of Prince Balin. You'll get no coin from me.
But that's not what I meant, my lord. My lord!
Alright. Speaking of Balin, look!
Atrastvala, big sister. How surprising to run into you out among the common folk.
Especially since duty requires that you attend our King Father at the feast today. Have you so little respect for him to disregard his wishes on a day set aside for you?
Lord Harrowmont told me we wouldn't be needed for hours at least.
Silence! If I want the opinion of my siblings second, I will ask for it.
Yes, Your Highness.
I go, Balin, help me out here.
You're on your own. I've been dealing with him all afternoon.
What exactly is that supposed to mean, little brother?
Nothing, Trian. I've been having a great time. The speech you gave to the legless boy about hard work and making something of himself was fantastic.
As heir to the throne, it is my duty to impart wisdom and judgment upon those who need it.
Oh,
now
man.
then, you, get to the feast.
It's cute how you think you can order me around.
I'd advise you to watch that tongue, dear sibling. Father will not live forever. Come, Balin.
That was fun. Nothing like being talked down to by the next king.
Perhaps becoming king will calm Trian.
We can only hope. Perhaps we should get going.
Yeah. So, that's Balin. If you want a nice look, here's a good look of what Orzammar is like. Under stone. Looking like it's definitely chiseled out of stone. Kind of beautiful in a... But the color power, I feel like, makes it seem so, like, depressing.
Look at this piece, darling. It rivals even the work of the Paragon Smith herself.
Nonsense, woman. Your words bring shame upon our house. See how the edges are rough and pitted? Would you compare this to Bronca's work? Trust a woman to speak of things she doesn't understand. Be quiet now and pray the ancestors deliver Bronca back safely.
Oh my gosh.
What about
Here's
that one?
another great little lore thing here.
Greetings, my lady. May I say you look striking today. Is this your paramour? He wears both his vambraces, unmarried and eligible.
I'm flattered, ladies, but I'm not a noble. I'm a knight of the warrior caste.
Warrior caste isn't bad.
Tally, we didn't pay gold for these permits to take warrior caste.
I guess you're right. Sorry, sir.
Are you two merchants of some kind?
Not exactly, my lady.
They're noble hunters, my lady. Because a man takes his caste from his father, they hope to bear a noble lord's son. If a noble hunter succeeds, she is raised up to join the house as a concubine to care for her son. It brings new swords to a house, so many nobles look favorably on such women.
I bet they do.
Well, men will be men. Even your brother Balin has had his dalliances.
Perhaps you could tell him we're here?
Tally, mind your manners.
Well, think about it.
My lady is kind and generous beyond her duty.
Yeah. So, that's probably something she's used to hearing.
They're fighting the provings in your honor, my lady. How romantic.
Barrel. Let's just take what we've got. Why not? Just take it. We are not at a point where we're going to be managing inventory like we are going to be later on in this game. There's a lot of inventory management for something where you're doing a lot of fighting. I'm trying to think of, like, who's one of the ones?
Greetings,
there we
my
go.
lady Aeducan. I am so honored to have you visit my booth. I have a proposition, but I dared not approach.
Yet you dare now.
It's alright. I'll hear him out.
Very well then, speak.
Yes, just so. Here's the thing. What I mean to say is...
It's alright.
Sorry. So nervous. I had a dagger made for you as a gift for your first command. Sent a messenger to deliver the dagger to you. Prince Trian had him thrown out. I don't know what offense he caused, but I had him beaten severely.
Woo! Yeah, that's... The caste system is fraught with issues. Let me see this dagger.
Here it is, your highness.
That's an amazing piece, merchant.
You do me much honor, sir. The blade has been crafted over a period of 2 years by masters of every art. I wish to bless the lady's first command and hope that someday, when she rules, she will wear it.
Trian is heir. He will rule when King Endrin returns to the stone.
If the assembly wills it. Forgive me, sir, but whispers say the second child of Endrin will be chosen.
Whispers indeed. It's a princely gift. If Trian recognizes it, though, it may send the wrong message. Or the right one, depending on your view.
I'll take the dagger.
Thank you. You bring uncountable honor to me.
What he means is that you'll bring uncountable gold to him if you wear that piece in public.
Yeah. So we received that. Might as well get that dagger. I think there's an... We talked to the armor person. Is this the dude?
My lady Aeducan, nothing here rivals your amazing Aeducan armor, but if you wish something made...
You know very well House Aeducan has its own royal armorers.
Of course. Forgive me.
Tell me about your pieces.
Your Highness's legendary prowess is matched only by your kindness.
Tell me about the armor you make.
I buy only the finest iron ore, and personally oversee the armor's crafting by the most skillful of the smith caste.
Fascinating. Thank you.
Of course. The honor was all mine.
I don't feel like buying any armor right now, especially because I already have decent armor for this point. Now, let's see, one more person. I think it's this guy.
Oh, Lady Aeducan, here, in my booth. I am so...
He's fainted. You make quite the impression these days. Is it hard to be the king's child, never able to just blend in?
I am what the ancestors made me.
As are we all. Shall we move along?
Alright, now let's save here. Because... Diamond quarter save. I have to say that I think I made a mistake last time.
My lady, are you heading to the proving arena?
Yes, I intend to watch the provings.
We have been charged with the task of escorting you to the proving grounds.
I clean forgot about that. Forgive me, I should have informed you sooner. The king decided you were not to travel through the commons unguarded.
What? Why?
I did mention the merchants that won permits to show their goods in the Diamond Quarter. There were only so many permits auctioned off, and quite a few were turned away. Your father fears you will be harassed on the way to the proving.
This is silly, but I will comply.
Will we be leaving then?
Yes.
We are at your command.
Alright. Oh! Look at her! Look at her go! Love her hairstyle, too. I forgot that was an option. Alright. Now, last time I did this, I did not do what I should have done.
There will be blood today. I can feel it.
But this one, it might be interesting to do this.
Your Highness, it is an honor to have you here. Have you come to watch these brave warriors do battle in your honor?
Now, the right answer is to say, no, I've come to fight.
Your Highness, this proving is in your honor.
Then honor her by doing as she says. Lady Aeducan will fight in this proving.
We'll honor today's warriors by testing their skills.
Of course, it is well within your rights. Men and women of Orzammar, we have a late entry to these provings, held on the eve of battle for the honor of House Aeducan. I give you the Lady Aeducan herself!
How are the acoustics in here is my question.
Are you ready for your first match?
Ready, eager, hungry.
Then let us begin!
Now, we're gonna see if I remember my possum place.
This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Aeducan. Lady Aeducan will fight Alair Bimo, youngest son of Lord Bimo.
You honor me with this match.
The honor is mine.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Alright, so this is the first time. Oh, shoot. Let's look at our inventory. Just realized something. You know what I forgot to equip, guys? Let's see. Armor. Shield. Considering that's part of my build. Let's try shield funnel. Shield pummel works really well. Oh man. Yes!
The winner is Lady Aeducan.
Gorb just sat there like, she's a crazy one.
That was exciting. I had the whole left half of the arena cheering for you.
Oh.
Popular with the crowds.
That's always good.
That was quite a fight. Alair Bimo is no slouch with that hammer. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Who is my next opponent?
Adal Helmi, another female warrior and a tenacious fighter.
Good. It'll be an interesting fight.
Excellent. Let us go. This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons.
I hope you guys don't mind the
Orzammar,
repetition of the
for
text.
the honor of House Aeducan.
I just love the voice acting.
Lady Aeducan will fight Adal Helmi, eldest daughter of Lady Helmi.
Oh man.
You are my inspiration, Your Highness, and to all of us who follow your example and live by the sword.
Thank you.
First warrior
I'm
to
just too
fall
polite.
is
At least I'm
vanquished.
polite while I'm murdering people,
Fight.
okay? Alright, so, is my health at full again? It is. I think we're gonna start with the... There we go. So good. Oh, her dex must be good because I missed a hit. It's all about trying to get those... Oh, alright. There it is.
The winner is Lady Aeducan.
And if you saw, my HP barely went down. So this is just a fun, like, tutorial thing, practically.
My lady.
Are you excited about the battle tomorrow?
Yes, I yearn to face the Darkspawn and prove my worth as your second.
Will be spectacular.
May the stones support us, and the ancestors look down with pride.
Tell me more about your family, Gorm.
Not much that you don't already know. My father's father was a great hero of the Deep Roads excursions and raised the family to the top of the warrior caste. He was even nominated to join the assembly and found a noble house, but the honor was in the nomination. He wasn't afforded a single vote. My father served your father for many years, and now I serve you.
We should get going.
As you will.
I still have to fight more people.
That was a crowd pleaser. I can't remember the last time we had 2 female warriors of such skill. Sir Blackstone is your next opponent. Are you ready to face him?
And of course, you gotta qualify 2 female warriors. This was published 2009. It was in development hell for years, so I gotta give it some slack, but
one of the best of the warrior caste. He achieved glory in close combat assault in the Deep Roads.
I'm ready to fight.
Then let us begin. This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar.
So you've probably knows merchant, warrior,
House Aeducan.
My lord, my lady. There's 7 castes. I don't remember all of them.
Aeducan will fight Sir Blackstone, Deep Road squad leader of the warrior caste.
But they're very important.
This is your education, child. Try to learn as you bleed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll make you eat those words.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
I forget it automatically. Oh, and it's another guy with a... Okay. Let's try. There we go. Haven't even lost any HP yet, Blackstone. Eat those words. He probably can pummel a lot more. Ooh, he got up fast, though.
The winner is Lady Aeducan.
Alright, let me check something. Alright. I was just making sure that the recording was still going. Alright.
Well done. You have proven that even the best of the warrior caste cannot match a noble Aeducan. Frandland Ivo is your final opponent. He too has had many victories today. Are you ready to face him, or will you rest first?
What can you tell me about Frandland Ivo?
He is a decorated fighter who prefers unusual weapons and rarely fights with the same techniques twice.
House Ivo is relatively inconsequential, but Frandland may change that. He's expected to take a full command of his own soon.
Ooh. Well, let me fight this Frandland Ivo.
Very good. This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Aeducan.
I love that intro. I'm addicted to it now.
Down to just 2 warriors, with backbones of stone and wheels of iron. They have defeated all others this day.
I love that even the announcer's in armor.
Lady Aeducan will fight Frandland Ivo, second son of Lord Ivo.
Second child.
I wish you glory today and glory tomorrow.
Second child versus second child. I'm loving this. May you be as the stone.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. The victor is champion. Fight!
I think I'm going to do what I've done every other fight. Oh, but he's also... We'll see who gets it in first. Shield pummel. Oh, he missed me. Oh my god. There we go. Oh, but I'm not hitting him that much. It's gonna be all about timing. There we go. I mean, these are tough, but at normal, I'm not barely breaking a sweat with this. Oh, how cinematic was that? The shield bash. The shield bash took him down. That was so cool.
Congratulations. Frandon Ivo is as fierce a competitor as I've ever seen. You vanquished every warrior of note in today's proving. The ceremonial helm, commissioned by your father for today's winner, is yours.
Send it to Frandon Ivo. He fought bravely.
The people will remember your honor and generosity for all time.
I can only hope. I think it's worth it. Oh, and is this... So the thing is, you miss a dialogue. If you do the proving, you miss a dialogue where somebody tells you about somebody's, like a fight match that went wrong, and that's actually the background for the castless dwarf, the lower class one you can do if you want to do it. So we're kind of done here.
My lady?
I am ready to leave.
Your wish is our command.
Let's see, I'm looking at the timing here. I think we can get to the throne room and do... Let's at least get to the throne room and we'll talk to some people and then we're going to stop for this part. I'm actually, because I'm behind on this thanks to that save issue, I'm going to be recording another hour of this later. So episode 1 and 2 are going to be recorded back to back if you don't mind knowing about the backstage stuff.
My thanks. House Aeducan is blessed to have you.
Also, there's a lot of red-headed dwarves here. Let's go to Royal.
Let's get started.
Royal Palace. Pause the game to issue orders to your party. I don't know why I'm reading that. I'd rather what? Let's see. So let's get here. Oh, before I forget, I'm gonna save.
Wardens are here. The raid tomorrow must be more than a standard mission. The Wardens only go where the darkspawn are the greatest threat.
Alright.
My Lady Aeducan, might I bother you for a moment?
Oh, days.
Many thanks for your willingness to hear me out, my lady. I wish to speak to you of a matter most urgent.
Gorm, how much time do I have?
It looks as if the heads of House Bimo and Mino are keeping your father busy, which leaves you plenty of time for our dear old friend, Lord Dace.
You're a credit to your caste, Sir Gorham. I've always said so. If I had a daughter, I'd give her to you and make you the noble you deserve to be.
You honor me, my lord.
My ears are yours, Lord Dace.
First, let me congratulate you on your commission. 2 of King Endrin's children now commissioned war leaders. It does great honor to your house.
You didn't stop me to exchange pleasantries.
Ha! No, I surely did not. Let us just pretend we spent another 10 minutes wishing good things on each other's houses, yes? There is a vote coming before the Assembly next week. And a word from you could go a long way towards helping our cause.
What cause?
The vote concerns the status of the so-called surface caste. Lost to the stone, air-touched, and so forth. Centuries ago, narrow-minded men declared that any dwarf who left to live on the surface forfeited his caste, and his house if noble. That he was, in essence, no longer a dwarf. I seek only to remedy an injustice, to retie the bonds of anyone who can trace himself to one of the noble houses wherever he may live. Please, agree to speak for this noble cause.
Why so interested in this particular cause?
Those on the surface are our lifeline. They facilitate trade with the surface. They're honorable and, well, let's be honest. I don't care a whit for those who have wandered from the stone. My wife, however, is a gem of a different color. She has a cousin, a useless sort, but she's quite fond of him. He joined a speculative venture to the surface, hoping to make his fortune, and went bust. Now he wishes to come home, but he cannot, for he has no house and would be casteless. For my wife's sake, I take up his cause. Will you lend me your voice?
What do you need me to do?
When your father presents you to the noble houses, I will ask for your opinion on the matter. You have merely to say that you feel our surface brothers should be returned their noble rights. What could be more simple?
Okay, so I didn't promise it. I just asked what he wants me to do.
You're a fool.
Well, that was harsh.
Your mother would melt the stone if she knew what you just did.
Excuse me?
Lord Dace is playing you false. Go ahead, be his puppet. Your first command will be marked by every major house turning their back on you.
If you have something to say, do so.
If you are to play in the games of the Assembly, make sure you know the motivations of the players. Last spring, a guild from the Merchant caste invested heavily in an expedition with a guild from the surface. Lord Dace backed the Merchant Guild, pouring a great deal of money into the venture. The expedition was a disaster.
So this is Lord Dace's play to recover his losses?
Clever child. Lord Dace lost a great deal of money and prestige. The Surface Guild has no way to repay the investment, but it does have several leading members who are descended from noble houses. House Helmi, Bimo, Aeducan.
The surface dwellers return to their noble houses.
You begin to see the whole picture. Your house and mine would be forced to pay the Surfacers' kin debts. It would be a great victory for Lord Dace.
Fine. Let Lord Dace think he's fooled me.
Just so, my clever friend. Smile and nod, and when he asks his question, tell him that the so-called Surface caste are right where they belong. That should take Lord Dace down a peg or two.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Remember this when my house needs your assistance.
Yeah, unfortunately, if this is true, we owe Lord Helmi a little bit of... Because you know what? I mean, the Aeducan thing's already pretty fraught. Let's talk to this tall dude.
Greetings, my lady Aeducan. It is an honor to meet you at last.
At last? Have you been waiting for me?
Not as such, but your father never misses a chance to boast of your skill and bravery. He says you may be the most skilled warrior in all of House Aeducan.
My father does me great honor.
I have no doubt it is deserved. We need more Grey Wardens like you, and quickly. Even as the Darkspawn weaken here in Orzammar, they are stirring on the surface. A blight has begun. Soon the fight must go beyond the deep roads, lest the Darkspawn threaten all the world.
I don't know as much as I should about the Grey Wardens.
You know of our dedication to destroying the Darkspawn, our frontline presence during a blight. What else would you know?
There are many of my people in the Grey Wardens?
Over the centuries, many dwarves have made names for themselves in our order. These days, however, there are fewer dwarves and thus even fewer dwarven Grey Wardens. A pity, since dwarven warriors have the most experience fighting Darkspawn.
Could I join the Grey Wardens and still stay in Orzammar?
I'm afraid not. Grey Wardens go where they're needed most. Right now, that is on the surface at the ruins of Ostagar, where the human king gathers his armies to face the blight.
I am an Aeducan, and Orzammar needs me here.
Then it is a good thing that you have other paths before you. Some are not so lucky. I wish you luck in the deep roads tomorrow. Show the Darkspawn the might of your people.
All right. Coax the blight. All right. Let's see what this Grey Warden says.
May House Aeducan grow in strength and power.
All right. So, when we next get back to our Let's Play, which for me is mere hours, but for you guys it's probably be a week or so. Sorry. We're gonna start talking to our father. We're going to start essentially. I'm gonna go over the save. We're gonna start... oh, is there another quest thing? Oh, I guess I could go talk to Lord Dace again and call him out, but I don't feel like it. I think it plays better if you don't. That's my personal opinion. We're going to talk about, essentially, what this mission that she's going to be put on is, and we're going to see how Lorah Aeducan is actually not going to be as needed in Orzammar as she thinks right now. So, and maybe we'll get some fun little tidbits, notes, and quirky things along the way. Thanks so much. Catch you next time. Bye!